good morning, Bayelsa. You're welcome to Goldie 97.5 FM, and this is Crypto Capital, that program that goes into the insight about our polity, our development as a people from the Creek of Niger Delta to the corridors of power in Abuja. My name is Jacobson Park. Welcome you. Wow, today we will be looking at issues from the home front, and we are looking at aviation. During the course of the week, Governor Doye Diri of Bayelsa State made history as Bayelsa State officially launched its own airline. But there are talks about, are we ready as a people for the airline business? What will Bayelsa stand to gain? And what are the real issues concerning the airline? You remember the governor, when making his speech, cleared some hair, some gray areas, and Bayelsans are asking, why a propeller? Retired Air Vice Marshal Nelson Kamdi.
Well, I am Air Vice Marshal Nelson Kamdi, as you have said. Essentially, a retired Air Vice Marshal from the Nigerian Air Force. I am from Bayelsa State, Nembe in particular, and I am currently the Managing Director of the Bayelsa Airport Company Limited.
Wow. Bayelsans known to be from the riverine area. How come? Maybe people would have said you would have been a naval officer. Why an Air Force? Eh?
The Armed Forces is one, operating jointly, and air operations happen to be my priority. So I joined the Air Force.
How was your career like? Did you really enjoy your service?
Challenging moments, but overall, beautiful experience, fulfilling experience. When you get into the military and then you serve for 35 years, 40
Are you
years.
served for 35 years?
Let's say 38 years, inclusive of my academy years. That's the years we spent in the Defense Academy.
Oh, guy, you still look this young. Oh, God bless you with good.
We give glory
38
to
years.
38 years in service, yeah.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's come to the. How fulfilled were you when that aircraft landed as a person first, not as MD?
To me, it was an exciting moment because I know the challenges that we went through, to get it secured. Like the governor said on the 26th when we were receiving the airplanes, it has been a conception of about 6 years. And
In the pipeline?
in the pipeline for about 6 years, that project was, undergoing development. And there were a lot of hiccups, and by 2023, I retired from service. His Excellency identified me and brought me on board on the 21st of June 2024. And from 21st of June 2024 to date is just a few months after 1 year. And that was the pledge I gave to Bayelsans when I had my interview with Redim FM. Barely 1 year ago, that my determination is to deliver in a year, and despite all the challenges, God has helped us. It is delivered. We return all the glory to Him.
Wow, that's good. That's being part of history. That's nice. First of all, these airports, as some people have described it, that why we call it international airports, but we see other airports known as international airport. Seems this is our own no follow. People just the hype 'em.
No, that is the conception, and luckily that is the approval that we have. It's an international airport, but you have to develop the route first. Development of route means that there must be regular flight schedule. You know that we didn't have air assets of our own. United Nigeria, has been the sole operator for quite some time. Ibom Air was there with us.
Just briefly.
And they left. That shows that if Bayelsa State government did not take, the committed efforts she took to get these air assets, then we will have been tied down in the shackles of monopoly. And monopoly does not promote, any business climate, because of course, if you are enjoying monopoly, the cost of your operations and its impact on the traveling population will be adverse.
That's true.
You understand? Today, the assets for Air Bayelsa have been acquired, and eventually you will see that even the cost of tickets will crash.
But some people have complained about the terminal. It's quite small. Is there room for expansion?
It will always be better, to build a new terminal building, and that is in the pipeline. What we have now will only require to be renovated, because there are maintenance issues that are there.
Okay.
And then, perhaps, rebranded as an administrative building, or, a simulator building, assuming, we now have some of our investors who want to come and build an aviation school and all that.
Okay.
All those things are in the pipeline. But it will be more cost effective to build a new terminal that is bigger.
Okay, rather than
for
thinking
the
of
new
expanding
status.
this
Yes,
one.
the one that we have, will be restructured for other purposes.
Okay, that will be good. That will be good. Okay. Now let's look at this from this angle. Talking about is the airport really fully equipped with modern gadgets for heavy planes? Because somebody told me, I don't know how true, that the Air Force plane cannot land on that tarmac.
We have received the C-130 Hercules, which is the biggest plane in the Air Force.
Just landed on that tarmac.
Landing on that tarmac on several occasions.
Hmm.
Several, not once. I recall in 2011, I was serving here in Bayelsa. We came to set up Mobility Command, the Air Force command here. AVM Aprekuma was the first air officer commanding, and I was here with him. Most of our logistics, for establishment of the Mobility Command were brought in by the C-130 Hercules. So, look, our runway, its texture and its length, the 3.5 kilometers runway, is one of the best you can find in any state
I observed it, yeah.
in any state airfield, or any state airports, in the country. So definitely, when you are talking about equipment and its upgrade, it's a continuous process, and that is why just recently His Excellency, established the solar wireless airport ground lighting system, which is undergoing approval by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority.
Okay.
And once that, has been, certified by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, it's a situation where instead of sunset to sunrise, where we're operating, 6 to 6, we can now operate even 24 hours. So development of infrastructure and equipment in airport is a continuous process. Look at it. Just in a period of a very short time, that SWAGOL, that is the solar wireless airport ground lighting system, was installed, and shortly afterwards, Aeronautical Information Services Center, have also been installed. Both of them are awaiting commission. So the airport is making efforts, to be as international as you will expect an international airport to be. But don't forget, even after all these equipments have been installed, there are manpower requirements that will enable it to operate as such. We'll have to bring in the customs, we'll have to bring in the immigration service, we'll have to bring in the drug law. Drug law is already making efforts to locate. Others, there are still some work.
And we'll need offices.
Offices are required and all that. So it's an international airport, but it's not operating. I won't give you clearance to fly international there
For now.
Now, because we do not have the federal agencies that will
Be on
ensure
ground
that.
to make all the checks and everything.
Right.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, we are looking at let's come to the new baby. Why propeller aircraft?
Propeller
Why?
aircrafts are as good as jet engine aircraft. Now, propeller turboprop engines have an advantage when you are operating from a place like Bayelsa, when you are operating as a new investor in the aviation sector on commercial basis. What are some of the advantages? Some of the advantages, propeller aircrafts are more fuel economy.
Okay.
Propeller aircrafts have shorter takeoff and landing distance. So our 3.5 kilometers airfield is too large. In fact, it can use a third of that distance to take off.
To take off and land.
Yeah, and land. Maintenance facilities are, maintenance schedules, are more convenient with propeller aircrafts. You have more of the operators, you understand, for that ATRO aircraft available, whether it is air crew, whether it is engineering crew, so those you look at all those conglomerate of activities, and then finally it will impact all these things individually will impact on the ticketing cost. So it impacts to the benefit of the users of the airport.
Wow.
And those are the reasons we considered.
And this LT is how many capacity?
Yeah, the ATR,
ATR
72,
72.
as the name implies,
72
72-600, has a capacity for 72
passenger.
passenger and crew seats. So it will carry 68 passengers and has provision for 4 crew members in the cabin.
Wow. I was doing 1 or 2 checkups, and let me ask you, sir. When was this aircraft produced?
Oh, this
Now,
aircraft.
Tierroba,
no.
I've been a
Yeah, not
Belgium.
Tierroba. Can you afford the Tierroba now?
I'm asking.
It will take the whole of our budget.
Because when I checked online, the range was,
Those airplanes were produced 2014 and 2015, the two of them. We have received the one manufactured 2014. That is the one that was serial number MSN 1199, which has now become, on registration in Nigeria, become 5 November Sierra Delta Delta. That is SDD. So that is the one on ground now.
Okay. You've explained something. When I want to take a little break. This one serial number and registration you've explained. Bayelsa want to elaborate more. Because we saw SDD what we know for here now. Senator Doye Diri, what we know how they come.
This is your golden moment. 97.5 Golden FM, the gold standard of radio.
See my baby, see how
Comedy Night with MC Koboko is here again. It's going to be an unforgettable night of laughter and more laughter. Date Sunday, 30th November 2025. Time 6 p.m. Red Carpet. Main event 6:30 p.m. Venue Tamara Hall, Ochocho Yenagoa. Comedy by Wawa Face from Worry, T-Bones, Sunny Ball, MC Opeke, MC Repi, MC AJ, MC Billionaire, Barack Piquet, Sick Mouth, Big Guy Comedy, Efize the British, Ovisco, and lots more. Music by Ja Wonder, Wall Z, and Maisie and Nels. Gate fee, regular, free, but dress smartly. Family table 100k, gold table 200k, sponsorship table 500k. This event is proudly supported by Golden FM 97.5. For more information and sponsorship, please call 0703 310 6964. Comedy Nights with MC Koboko. Don't miss it.
see my baby.
Want to grow your business fast?
Golden 97.5 FM has got the perfect solution for you.
You can locate our radio house at Mike Okpokpo Street, Bansha, Yenagua, Bayelsa States. Whether it's your business, music, event, or special promo, Golden FM has got you covered. So hurry now and let's put your brand in the spotlight.
Welcome back. You're still on to Crypto Capital on 97.5 FM this morning. We're discussing with the managing director of the Bayelsa Airport Company, retired Air Vice Marshal Nelson Kande, based on the new acquisition of the aircraft by Bayelsa State. And what are some of the issues? I don't know if you've been joining us, if you have been with us, but if you're just joining us and you want to ask any questions, go to our page on Facebook. We are live there. You can drop your comment there. You can also start sending us your questions or comments on our WhatsApp number, which is 091 2000 1975. Emily, registration number we saw SNSDD. People say SN Senator Doediri. Yes or no?
Well, yes. There's no, aircrafts are normally registered with their serial numbers. That is an ICAO establishment. ICAO is International Civil Aviation Authority. And in Nigeria, enforced by the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCA. Every aircraft that is registered in Nigeria must have a serial number. And the liberty is for the owners of the aircraft to determine, what name and the serial number that they desire. But it must be catalogued in in NCA to ensure that there is no coincidence.
Can you change?
Well, of course, there is liberty to change. There are just procedures, and some cost implications. There are liberties to change. We have no intentions of changing what we have called this first aircraft out of the fleet of 2 that we have acquired.
But some people will say, Is the governor not personalizing the state's property?
No, it's not governor. Governor himself, it was a surprise to him when he saw it on the tarmac.
Oh, you were the one
That
that
is
did
our
it.
initiative, yes. As because what do you call it? The names that an aircraft must bear, must have, they must have landmark meaning.
Okay,
You understand?
just like
They can be historic.
like
we can
Vessel,
decide to
MV, Turner, MV, Camden,
just like that.
something like that.
Just like that. We can even decide to call it 5 November, Yenagua, whatever. If we feel that Golden FM has made a good mark, and you as Jacobson
put me for one now.
we can,
He put me for one.
So the effort that the governor put in towards the realization of this project is
dream.
not ordinary. Otherwise, right now we'll still be in the process. You understand? So it's just a honor to him. I may leave the office as MD tomorrow, and then the fleet expansion program of the airline, comes on board, and they may say, "Oh, Camden was the person who was here when all these things were initiated. Let's, name one, in line with his name, Camden." And you'll be surprised. Look at all the airpiece assets you are seeing. You see Onyema Allen. You see Chukwudi Allen, some of his children. So
okay,
it is.
okay.
I mean, it's his leverage. And the second airplane that we have coming, we'll still recognize, an individual, who was very, important in the conception of the airport project. You understand? Seraki Dixon did a lot. You understand?
Sure.
If we decide to
we
name
can
that
see
one, if you can see
HSD.
if you see that, don't
It's
be surprised.
allowed.
If you see Tororua, don't be
It's
surprised.
allowed.
You understand? Just as you are seeing Sampo.
Sample. Because some of us were thinking, when they come out, they can go back for sample.
No. It's just to identify. I mean, you see, the International Conference Center was not initially built by the present head of president, but he came to reconfigure it, and it's named after Bola Tinubu, Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center.
That's true.
And there are so many other landmarks. We have to learn to begin to honor ourselves. We have a Melford Okilos road here.
Yes.
We have an Isaac Boro
We have
expressway.
an Alamesia banquet hall.
And all that. So
Melford,
it is in the same line. The NCA approves of it. The ICAO approves of it. So I mean, we
Okay.
He
Good clarification, because Bayelsans started asking questions based on what they saw, those inscriptions, sample, SDD, see, only politicians.
Others
Taking
will
only-
come. Fleet increment is in the offing,
Okay.
and you never know.
They say we are looking forward to a second one.
The second one has already been procured and fully paid for. It's just that it was paid for, about a month or two after this one that has arrived. And it is when you clear your financial requirements that it will be accepted to maintenance checks.
Okay.
It's undergoing maintenance check at the maintenance repair organization, and overhaul organization in Morocco.
Okay.
We expect it not later than January.
Okay, that's
26th.
good. We are looking at Bayelsans are looking at. Okay, good. The airport becomes busy now. Like where formerly it was like the preserve of the elites with their private jets more. What route are we looking at? Mostly Lagos, Abuja.
Yes, the Lagos Abuja outside the Niger Delta will be maintained because they are a heavy traffic area for Bayelsa State.
Sure.
Then the demanding airfields in the Niger Delta region. For instance, don't be surprised, we are making Benin, we are making Port Harcourt,
Bonny
we
Island.
are making Uyo.
Can you land in Bonny?
That I doubt for now. The runway may not be able to
carry
handle
it.
this length, even if it's a short takeoff aircraft.
Is the second one coming the same AR-72?
The same ATR